Hi guys, this is Savannah at the Farm on Central, and I just kind of wanted to walk you through the store today. The cool thing about the Farm on Central is that we are open to anyone. You don't have to be a member or anybody special to come in and shop. You can just walk in, pick out the stuff that you want, come up, and the girls will get you set into our system so that you can accrue points for every dollar you spend, which sometimes means that you get free stuff after you've shopped here for a little while. There's even a thing where if you get 2,000 points, Michael will come and consult on your garden. So if that has been a dream of yours, it is possible. But yeah, today I'm just gonna kind of walk you through the store, show you all the things that we have and how I like to use them. Right here on this table, we always have our seasonal items, the things that are fresh and awesome. We've got organic blueberries, organic peaches, and some melons. I mean, these are just self-explanatory. They're delicious to eat. They hardly last at all, but if you do have some left over, they freeze really beautifully to make smoothies or something. But melons, you know, just eat those fresh. Those are the best. We also have a lot of tomatoes right now, cherry tomatoes. These make an excellent fresh salsa. I mean, I like a raw tomato with some tuna salad or something, but my family's not a big tomato eater, so I'll make quick, like, fresh pasta sauces with these. Put those in like quinoa salads. You can make a really decent pasta sauce with cherry tomatoes as well. Some basil, olive oil, garlic, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, very tasty. We've also got all kinds of peppers. These are hot wax peppers. These are delicious to add to your salsas along with jalapenos. They're not as spicy as a jalapeno, but they do have a little bit of heat. These are our bell peppers. They're great with like fajita veggies. Put in a stir fry, really just sky's the limit. And then a potato, who doesn't love a spud? Over here we've got some shelf stable goods. We've got the roots, potato chips, some like ketchups, mustards, beans, salt, some of these blueberry jams that we got from Blueberry Ranch in Indiana, peanut butter oats. The cool thing about all the stuff that we source in our store is that it's seed oil free. It's going to be free of any like high fructose corn syrup, weird sugars, and food coloring. So we like to keep it as clean as possible. Stuff that we would want in our house, we put in our store. And then we come over to the coolers. And here we've got our eggs. We have an organic option, a conventional option that we get from Steiner's. And then we always try to keep butter, some yogurt, cheeses. There's chocolate milk, whipping cream, half and half from Snowville, which is a great local brand. And then we've got our pickles, some raspberry and blackberry jam. These are some new items for us from Bear Creek Organics, but they grow all their own raspberries, blackberries, and ingredients for their salsas, and they've got some tomato sauces stuff too. And then all of our dressings, we've got elderberry syrup, lots of ferments, and the ferments are something that we try to eat every single day. It's kind of weird, but we have eggs and toast every morning and some fermented vegetables. That's our breakfast. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to make up a menu plan for breakfast. It's eggs, some sourdough bread, and a ferment. And that just has a tendency to always mean that we're getting a vegetable and some fermented goods in our day. Even if the rest of the day goes to pot, we have some vegetable that we've eaten today, which isn't usually a problem, but you know how it goes. Sometimes all you've eaten is fruit. That's not great. Over here we've got our greens. We've got some green beans, which are really yummy, sauteed with like butter, garlic. I add a little bit of mustard, which is kind of weird, but it tastes delicious. All of the the herbs are in season right now. Dill, I think there's chive back there, rosemary, mint, which is so good in like a sun tea with some black tea bags. The lunchbox peppers are so great with school starting back. We'll have those for the next couple of months. They're just excellent with our ranch and just make such an easy snack. The cabbage, we're a big cabbage family, so we do a lot of like sauteed cabbages with onions. We'll make like a egg roll in a bowl type deal. Add our carrots to that. This celery is beautiful. It's not like your normal celery that you get at the grocery store. It's a little more firm and really, really flavorful. So a little bit goes a long way. And I always cut the leafy top off and put it in the freezer so that when the winter time comes, I can use that to make stock with my chicken bones and stuff like that. And then we've got our famous salad. Everybody loves that. We were out of it for a little while, so it's always fun to see it back. This is the best bed of lettuce you'll ever ask for. And you can turn any concept you have for a meal, put it on some salad, and it's dinner. Daikon radishes and kohlrabi and some of our turnips. These are like the root crops that we kind of have in the summertime. Sometimes they're a little unusual. Not everybody knows what to do with the kohlrabi. It kind of tastes like broccoli, like the broccoli stem, which I always eat, but I know a lot of people just throw away. But if you peel those, chop them up, put them in a stir fry, dice them up, put them in soup like you would broccoli, cheddar. It's that same flavor profile and that same texture in your mouth. It's really, really delicious. Don't sleep on the kohlrabi. Japanese turnips, we have to keep the kids out of the field or they will just annihilate the Japanese turnips. They're so sweet. They're kind of juicy, which is weird to say about a turnip, but they are kind of juicy. And then these pink beets are really fun. And then eggplant. I'm not a huge eggplant fan, but I do love that like in a sauteed veggie ratatouille type thing. It's really delicious. Here's some of our dear friend, Amber. She has rosebuds. This is all of her stuff that she keeps stocked in our store. Literally any meal that you're thinking, wow, this is good, but it needs a little something. This is the little something it needs. Her sassy salt is really sassy. I've kind of oversassed some meals with the sassy salt, but that's okay. The Jane's Italian's so good. This soup base is really fun because you can kind of just take any broth and vegetables you want and just add the soup base. I can't even remember what's in it. It's the nutritional yeast, I think, that gives it kind of that like umami flavor. I think that's the technical word that people are using these days. She has an elderberry kit, which is fun, some pickle kits. Her hot chocolate's really good. And then she also makes some gluten-free stuff. Her Ella stuff is really great too. Snickerdoodle cookie. We've not tried the snickerdoodle, but we should take that inside and give it a go. If you're needing some pastas, some coffee, maple syrup, we've got all kinds of random odds and ends here that are shelf stable. That this espresso salt, I mean, it just begs to be on a brownie, you know what I mean? So that's fun. And then in the freezer here, we've got all of our meats, some frozen breads, we have some pizza crusts, bagels, hummuses, pestos. This is kind of a hodgepodge of a lot of different things, but we source all of our meats as best we can. They're all grass-fed, pasture-raised, and then our salmon we get shipped in from Alaska from Citizen Salmon, which is a really great company that you can look up. We've got some frozen blueberries. We get some stuff from Michael's Pastured Poultry, which is the people who do their Bear Traps dairy. Their broths are like, they have a cult following. When they get in, they go out. They sell really fast, so they're really great. We do have some polyface meats, and then some stuff from Maker's Meadow, which is excellent. I've really never tasted cleaner meat. Maker's Meadow's fantastic. And then we've got this rack here is where our fresh bread gets stored. We always have frozen bread, usually too, which is a little bit discounted, but these are our fresh ones. We have a few gluten-free sandwich loaves, some lemon blueberry left. The crushed wholesale wheat loaves are all really great if you're wanting a whole wheat option. And then our regular sourdough is just an all-purpose loaf that's long fermented and easy to digest. All right, this little corner of our store is fun because we've got some coffee for the coffee lovers. I myself am a coffee lover. We have some flavored blends, some hazelnut, French vanilla. This Haiti Blue one is one of my favorites, but the dark roast is really tasty too. And they're a cool company out of Mechanicsburg, Ohio. They roast their beans up there. They give back to the local communities where the coffee comes from. So they're neat. We also have some like mugs and honey pots, and sometimes we have more of these. These are different things from them. It's Jolt Pottery in Bellbrook, and then we've got some soaps from Beaver Creek, and then sometimes we'll stock a few other little gifty things, like we have these Swedish dish cloths with some strawberry in them, and then these towels are really nice and they're really big. They're perfect for wrapping a loaf of bread in. So if you need a gift, we got you covered. All right. Let's also look down here. We've got a few garden products in the store. These are like some liquids you can put on your raised beds and gardens. We have some soils that we carry also year round. And then in this little section back here, we've got some wellness. Oh, let's not forget the kombucha, the tops that are pretty good for you, some iced coffees, but these kombuchas are top notch. Love them. This is our local honey. We do have some hives on this farm and our other farm that we rent. So it's very local honey. It's not been heated at all. It's completely raw. So it does crystallize kind of fast, but it's really delicious. We've got some seasonal things, some chips that are on sale, tons of cucumbers right now, and then all of our wellness products and some teas. Natural Hope is a company that we've worked with for a long time and we've really enjoyed carrying their product. They make a ton of different tinctures. They have a respiratory one, echinacea, a sleep aid. This is a deep tissue salve, so if your muscles are hurting. The respiratory salve's great for the wintertime, like those chest colds that just kind of like sit in your lungs. For the dental formula, we've got some like kids specific flavors. So we have like a Paracleanse if you're worried about parasites, echinacea for all of those upper respiratory issues, and then this wild cherry is really great for coughs. This has saved me in the middle of the night. We also carry a bunch of their teas. Their Happy Days tea is really delicious. This makes a great sun tea. Put that in a mason jar on a hot day. The next morning you've got a wonderful tea. Again, their respiratory tea blend is really fantastic. Oh no. And then this Be Well tea's got just like tons of herbs that are good for your immune system. And they have a sleepy tea. We also carry some of their cleanses, yeah, we've got some of their guides if you're not sure exactly what you're looking for. They've got a bunch of different things. And then on our top of our checkout counter, we carry our cookies. We have a few more gifty things from Damaris, and then our meat sticks and chocolates, and just a little snack for the road, you know, in case you need a nibble on your way home. Thanks so much for coming on this walkthrough with me today. It was nice to have you in the store. We are open all year long. We grow all year long in our greenhouses and our hoop houses, so things change really quickly. In the springtime, it looks way different than it does in the fall, but we're always here and we're always trying to offer you the best produce that we can, whether we're growing it or sourcing it from somewhere else. And we'd love to have you shop with us.